All right, let's jump right in. We're going to take a word that you probably use, I don't know, dozens of times a day without even thinking about it. It seems so simple, so basic, but it's secretly one of the most powerful and flexible tools in the entire English language. And that word is place. So, let me just ask you this. How many different ways can you use the word place? Think about it. 1, maybe 3, 5? Well, let's find out, because I'm pretty sure the answer is going to surprise you. We're about to see just how much work this one little word really does. Okay, first up, let's just look at its role as a noun. A thing or a concept. You might think you know what place means, but trust me, its job description is a whole lot bigger than you'd expect. Right, so this is the obvious one. The one we all know. A place is a physical location. A spot on a map, a room, a city. It's the most straightforward, intuitive meaning. It's basically the "you are here" dot on the map of our language. But it can also kind of zoom out a bit. It's not just a specific point, but a wider area. Think of a big town square or a busy marketplace. The meaning here shifts from just a single point to a public, open area. Same word, totally different scale. Now, let's zoom all the way back in. Place can also mean a specific spot for a person, like a seat at a dinner table. When you ask someone, "Hey, can you save me a place?" Suddenly, it's not about geography at all. It's about personal space, about belonging. And this is where it gets really cool. We completely leave the physical world behind. Place becomes a concept, a rank. First place, second place. There's no physical there, right? It's a purely abstract position in a competition. And this one, wow, this really shows you the word's incredible flexibility. It can describe an internal emotional location. If someone tells you they're not in a good place, you know exactly what they mean, and it has absolutely nothing to do with where they are on a map. It's a state of being. So just to recap the noun form, we've gone from a city to a square to a chair to a trophy and all the way to a state of mind. That is an incredible amount of heavy lifting for one simple word. And believe it or not, we're only halfway done. So what happens when we turn place from a thing into an action? Let's switch gears and take a look at place as a verb. As a verb, it really has two main jobs. The first one is what we call transitive, meaning you do it to something, like place the book on the table. Simple. You're acting on the book. But the second one is intransitive. It's something you achieve yourself. She hopes to place in the top 3. She isn't doing it to something. She's the one achieving that rank. And then there's this third, more subtle meaning. To place someone. It can mean to remember them, to locate them in your memory. I mean, if you say, "I know your face, but I just can't place you," what are you doing? You're searching for their place inside your own mind. It's this fascinating link between a physical location and the architecture of our memories. So we've seen place as a noun and a verb, but it doesn't live in isolation. It's really the root of a whole family tree of words and phrases that we use every single day. I mean, just look at this. Workplace, placemat, hiding place. These are all built on that core idea of a specific location. And then you get all these idioms like something will take place, or you feel out of place, or doing something in place of someone else. Every single one of them borrows that fundamental concept of position or location. And this brings us to the big question, right? Why? Why this word? Is it just some random accident of language that place ended up being such a workhorse? Or is there something more fundamental going on here? Well, the answer has a lot to do with this number, 850. Now, what on earth could the number 850 have to do with the word place? And here it is. This is the secret. Place isn't flexible by accident. It was chosen specifically for its power. It's one of just 850 words on a very special list known as Basic English. So what is Basic English? It's basically a simplified version of English that was designed way back in the 1930s. The whole idea was to build a core vocabulary of just 850 words that were carefully selected for their power and their flexibility, their ability to be combined in all these different ways to say almost anything. And this is the key. The versatility we've just been exploring, that isn't an accident. That's the whole point. Place was chosen for this list because it could mean a physical spot and an abstract rank and a state of mind. It's like a linguistic Swiss Army knife,
a simple component you can use to build incredibly complex ideas.
So, after digging into all these definitions and connections, what's the big takeaway here? What does the story of this one simple word really tell us? Well, the most important point is this. The words we overlook the most are often the ones doing the most work. They are the absolute foundation, the building blocks of our ability to communicate everything from simple directions to our deepest feelings. Their power doesn't come from being fancy or complicated, but from being simple, relatable, and just incredibly versatile. Which kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? If one little word like place contains all of this complexity and history, what other linguistic giants are hiding in our everyday speech, just waiting for us to notice them? What other simple words do you use every day that might be just as powerful?